make a snowman luminary, you need a glass jar or a vase, some Mod Podge or watered down glue, fake snow or white tissue paper, a tea light, and some embellishments, and a paintbrush. Now I have this glass jar, and I have a vase, but you could even use a drinking glass. You could use any kind of glass receptacle. Make sure it's not a glass that you use to drink, because once we make this, you can't use it again. To make your snowman using a glass jar and some fake snow, the first thing you're going to do is coat the jar with your Mod Podge. And you're probably going to want to coat part at a time. You're going to use your paintbrush, coat a section, and then you're going to roll it in your fake snow. Now, I put my fake snow on a paper plate so that it doesn't make too much of a mess. And then you can just roll the Mod Podge coated part through the snow. See? And then you'll see where you don't have any Mod Podge, and you can go back and put more on and dip it in the snow again until your whole jar is covered. If you don't have Mod Podge, you can just use some watered down glue. It works just the same. Once you have your jar coated all the way, leave the bottom plain so it doesn't make a mess when you stand at places. But once you have it coated the way you want, if it doesn't look like enough snow to you, let it dry, and then you can do the whole process again, coat it again with Mod Podge and roll it more. And if you think you do have enough, set it aside to dry so we can decorate them. If you don't have fake snow, no worries. You can do the same thing with white tissue paper. This way, take your Mod Podge. Don't coat as much of your jar now. Just do a small area at a time. Coat it with your Mod Podge. And then take little squares of tissue. Now I have these that were cut. That's how I got them at the craft store. But you can cut your own pieces however you want. And just place them around where you have your Mod Podge or your glue already there. And again, you're going to do the same thing for the whole vase. You're going to paint your Mod Podge, and then you're going to put on your tissue paper. Make sure the whole thing's covered. Sometimes tissue paper squares will stick together. That's okay. It's okay if they're a little bit crinkled. Your snowman won't mind. Might stick to your fingers. It's kind of a messy craft, but it is a lot of fun. And just keep gluing and pasting your tissue paper till the whole thing's covered. Once it's all covered, you're going to go over the whole thing with a light coat, another coat of Mod Podge. And then you're going to let this dry as well. Once your jars are dry, either with your fake snow or your tissue paper, then you can decorate them. And there's really no incorrect way to make a snowman. So you could use googly eyes, you could use buttons, you can cut out construction paper eyes, you could paint them on, whatever you want. You can decorate them however you want. And if you want, you can make a snowman face with this jar. If you want, this one can be a face, but it could also just be the snowman's body, and you could give him a scarf and some buttons. Be creative. Once you've decorated your jars the way you want, you're almost finished. You could be finished, really. You could leave them without lights, but if you want to add a light, take a battery-operated tea light, not a real candle, but a battery-operated tea light, and place it inside. And you can do that for both of them. And then these could be great decorations for Christmas, or for any time during the winter. You could use them as night lights. You could have them out to decorate your house. Make your own snowman luminaries and send us photos.